I just completed this awesome accent wall, but that's all you get to see for now. Here's how I made it.
My wife is a school teacher, and when she and the kids were on spring break recently, we decided it would be a great idea to work our butts off until we basically passed out, renovating our master bath and master bedroom. Ripping up carpet, patching walls, tearing down mirrors, painting virtually every surface. This was all part of a plan that we thought we could accomplish in 1 week. Boy, were we wrong.
It's time to lay out for this accent wall. We still have to do a little design work, but I've got a stud finder and a really long level, and I'm going to mark the studs all the way along this wall so that then, as often as possible, when we're putting up the MDF, we can hit it into a stud. I think that's going to be the best layout method for this. We are tearing up this carpet soon, so I'm not worried about that, making dust, all of that. We can just get to cutting in here and getting this wall going. I'm excited. Yep. Now I should be able to just use a level. The studs aren't always perfectly level, but at least if I get this mostly level, I should just be able to draw a line. We'll see if that holds true.
As with most things, it's good to start out with a plan. My wife and I sat down to sketch out a few ideas we had of just how we wanted this wall to look, and we didn't get it right on the first time. The entire design comes from using MDF strips that I ripped on the table saw in different patterns and making this cool looking geometric design. There are a number of ways you could do this, but we actually chose to use 2 different sizes of strips just to kind of make the design be a little more interesting and different.
Let's see how far this will go. That's 45. Off center, where we want it.
Yep. I hand sanded the edges just a little bit with some 120 grit sandpaper to remove any of the saw marks.
Good. Beep beep, watch out.
He'll be in the video.
All right, you're good right there. Can you tilt down a little toward the floor? Go back up. Right there. That's pretty close. Oh, we were gonna hold a straight edge on it to make sure it was kind of staying. That's looking good.
From here to there, you can...
The easier way would be to just measure the rough amount and then cut the miter and then hold it there and mark. So we're gonna need to be about, let's say 34 to the short side.
Like a big dummy, I left the dust extractor running this whole time, so you really can't hear much of the audio of us talking to see if we got this right. But trust me, it's going okay, so keep following along.
Nice.
Finally, the dust collector is off. So here we're just making sure that each of our sections starts out very square just by using a carpenter square, And that way we can kind of continue up knowing that we're doing the right thing.
That's pretty well lined up. Looks good in the corner too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can hand me that nail gun. Wait here. Just kind of come up a little. I'm good. Hand me the handle. Thanks. Nice. Good job. Consulting the picture, we need another skinny one midway down to the baseboards. Yeah, just come below that.
Yeah.
That'd be easy. Does that look parallel?
Yeah.
Ish.
We just continued on one by one, looking at our reference picture that we had made earlier. That thing really paid off, and although our finished wall does not look exactly like our reference picture, it looks close enough that we knew we would like it because we really liked what we came up with in the concept design.
All right, final board.
Yep.
You go back and look and see what you think. Yeah,
What do you think?
yeah.
Try to do it.
Hit her. Push in. There you go. Kind of push in the corner. Nope, more in the corner. There you go. Nice. We'll have to hit that one a little bit. Here you go. All right. That looks good. Was it about right here? Oh, perfect.
Love it.
You know, if we did it right here, we could hit it in 2 studs.
I don't like it in the middle though. Looks like a.
That's not in the middle. Get back and look. It's a little bigger on that side than it is on this side, but it's too close. You don't like it? So particular.
I'm the particular one.
Right. So here.
Yes, yes, yes.
All of those improvements I mentioned earlier in the video that we're doing to the master bath and master bedroom, I'm not going to be showing in this video, and frankly, I'm not making videos of all of those. But I do have another channel called Dirt to Done. It's about us building our new house, and some of that is going to be also fixing up this house to get ready to sell. So if you want to check that out, I'll have a link to that channel in the description below.
All right. Rebecca is putting some mud in the holes for me, and I'm going to get going as soon as I set this camera down. We have all these brad nail holes that we just want to top off real quick. I mixed up some drywall compound that I had and just mixed it a little bit dry. Not dry, but not on the wetter side. Just so that it will set up pretty quickly and be firm to squish down in those holes. So I'm going to get off of here and help her.
We ended up having to do a second application of the drywall mud to patch the holes. There were a few that after we sanded, they still showed a little bit of a divot there, so we didn't want that. We took the extra time to just do it right. I was able to get the MDF strips tight enough to the wall when I nailed them up that we didn't need to use caulking in between all of those and the wall. We were able to cut in with a paintbrush and also use a tiny roller on the MDF to paint on the primer.
Here is the accent wall. It's looking really cool, just kind of a geometric pattern. We used a 1/4 inch MDF and nailed it to the studs and then kind of in between. And then we primed the MDF. We don't need primer here because this already has paint on it, has a couple coats of wall paint from the previous color. So that'll act as primer. I repainted this part of the ceiling yesterday and kind of cut in there, and then we were careful when we were priming not to get it up on the ceiling because that's finished now. But this is going to look really cool. It's going to be a darker accent color, and then the rest of these 3 walls will get a different color. This really dark navy color is what we're going with for that accent wall. So this color, the backs of these drawer faces and doors are finished. We ran out of daylight yesterday and it was really windy, so not great spraying application, but got a pretty nice finish on there. Hopefully we'll be able to flip these and do 2 coats on the top side later today. And then this face frame will also get painted this color to match. So all of that will end up being this navy color as well as the accent wall. Then this will be a lighter color that will match the bedroom wall color with some different mirrors in there. We took down this large mirror. We're swapping out the lights. Those should be here. Oh, we already have the lights. I've been doing a ton of drywall patching and just that kind of stuff, and I'm ready to be done with that. I don't like drywall stuff.
It was the same process for putting the top color of paint on there. We would just cut in with a brush, and then I started out using a small foam roller. I don't love these, and I was reminded why. They just don't hold a lot of paint, and on that slick surface of the MDF, I was not getting great results. So later on, I went back to a larger roller, but my wife continued to use this small roller on the face frames in the bathroom. You never quite know how paint is going to cover the previous color, and with the bottom color being a lighter color than what I was painting on there, I really expected it to cover better. But I don't know if it was because there was so much pigment in this dark color or what. It was just difficult to get full coverage. As you can see, it's very splotchy, and I had to just kind of wait and say, nope, the second coat is going to be a lot better. So I finished going around on the ceiling and cutting in all the trim, and then Rebecca came with a tiny little artist paintbrush and touched up the little corners where the MDF pieces were.
Alan, can you give me another wet paper towel, please? You coming in handy. It's day 500. That's what it feels like. I think it's day 3, Rebecca. Day 3 of painting and redoing in our master bedroom, and we got one coat on the wall yesterday. It's very splotchy looking, but I think that will disappear when we paint on this second coat, I'm hoping, because it's just very splotchy. This color has a lot of dye in it, but making good progress, about to roll on the second coat. I used a small roller to try to get in some grooves yesterday, and I didn't love that. So I'm going back with a 12-inch roller just to make faster work of this. Rebecca is in here painting the cabinets again, and we're making good progress. So let's go.
Second coat, here we come. Rebecca actually finished up on the cabinet in the bathroom, so she was able to hop over here and help me, which really made this go quite fast.
All right, we're having to do a little bit of touch up here. We thought we were done with the wall, but there are still just a few places when we grab a bright light that you can see are a little bit lighter, like this. I don't even know if it picks up on camera. There it is. A little bit of a light spot right there. So Rebecca's using the roller to get a nice smooth and just kind of coming back on all of the MDF strips here, just with a super light, quick coat. And then I'm using the brush to kind of cut it in a little bit here and there. Just to make sure this looks super dark. I really do hope that we can wrap this wall up soon. We've got more painting to do, and I really am tired of painting. Hopefully this is the last bit of touch up that we have to do on this wall. It's the next day here. We thought we were done with this wall. Unfortunately, we're not. I want to show you up close a little bit. We used an eggshell sheen on this paint, and I went back and did some touch up with a brush where we had previously rolled all of this on. And unfortunately, because of the different texturing methods, the brush gives a little bit different texture than the roller. You can see all those spots where I've touched it up, and I'm really mad about that because now we have to roll it again. But we're gonna go back and roll each of these big sections just to kind of even out that look. If you used flat paint, I think this probably would not be an issue because it would probably blend well better together. But I think with the slightly higher sheen, it was slicker when I used the brush than when we used the roller. So just FYI.
We ended up rolling on a total of 4 coats on most of this wall. That's very frustrating. I've never had to use that many coats before. And before you say it's the type of paint, it's not. I used the same type of paint on the walls and in other places in the house and had no problem with coverage with 2 coats. As you can see here, you can still see a little bit of that splotchiness. I think this has more to do with just a time factor than anything else, because now that I'm recording this, it's a couple weeks after that, and you really cannot see much of that at all. And just like that, the carpet is gone and we have new laminate flooring in here. Okay, you've waited long enough. Now you get to see even more of the finished shots of this wall. I really love how this accent wall turned out. We've reassembled our bedroom. We have a new floor. The bathroom is overhauled, and we are really pleased. I'd love to know what you think about this video. Leave me a comment. Let me know I did something wrong. Tell me that you like the color, that you don't like the color, just whatever. Interact with me. That would be great. And I'll see you on the next one.